Hi friends. In our layout management, we are already aware of our grid and pack. In that, the third one is a place that we will learn now. So here is a simple label. I have already written it, and some dimensions I have written as a plain text here that will be displayed. Now I will use place to position it on our window. So I am using place here and giving a x value equal to 80 and y equal to 40. So x is 80, what? Okay, let's see where this is coming up. Now I'm just running this. You can see this is come up here, x 180 40. Now I will put it. I want to put it at the 0 position, the top left. I want to put it. What I will do? Let me just copy this L1. I will be placing. I will make it L2 here, L2 here. I will L1. Okay, I will. This is your L2. Now here what I will do, x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Now in the text also let me write the same thing. It's for our understanding only. This has no effect on the layout. So this is there. Now let me run this and see where this is coming up. See x0 y0 now 180, because x starts from the left edge, x value, and y value is increases from the top edge. So it's a vertical, this is horizontal. So this is how the position should be. Now let's position somewhere something around here, this position. What I have to do is x will increase beyond 180 and y also 40. Let us increase it beyond that. And our window size is 300 150. We'll keep some gap there. Now let me come out here and put one more. I'll give it L3. I will L3. Now I will place it x 80. Now let's put it at 110 and y is 40. We will increase it to 60. So here also for our understanding only, the text will change it. Why we have used it 60. Now let's see where it is appearing. So this is the third one. Okay, it's very close to this. So x is 110. Let's move towards bit right and further down. So y will increase, x also let's increase. So y will make it 80 and x also let's make it 130. So for our understanding, we'll change this text also. We'll make it 130 and here we'll write it 80. This is the text part only. So bottom we have written already where it will be placed. Now let's see where now it is. So you can see it keeps on increasing as we move in this direction. So x is from the left edge and y is from the top edge. We'll work on a relative positioning. So far we have seen that by giving absolute pixel values in x and y we have placed it. Now let's try on relative. So there are option we can say relative x and relative y or RELY. So here we are writing that RELX, RELY. Now here also let's because this in the relative x and relative y, the 100 position, the rightmost position is 1 and the bottom x is 1 and at the bottom position is x is y is 1, and throughout the picture, throughout the frame, it is 0.0, 0.1, like that we can use the fractions. So let's put it in, let's say it's 80%, 20%. We'll put x is 20, 0.2 and y is also 0.2. Now this is the text part only. Now let me just come here and write it relative x, or let's remove this and see this first. It will be at the top. I am just deleting this. This is x0, y0 both. So relative x. So let's see where it positions. You can see at the top left as expected, because this is 0 and this edge is 1. This bottom is y1. So let's close this. Come out. Place one more. I've just pasted it. So removing the third one here. Now here 0.2, okay, so this relative x and RELY. So here let's say it, we have to say it at 0.2 and here it is, let's say 0.2 also. or you can slightly, because our width is more, so let's go for 3 here. Let's go for X position 3. So saved. Let's see where it is coming up. You can see X 3 is coming up at this position. Let's move one and put something at this location. So increase the Y a bit more and X also. So let me just copy this and place it here. I'll go for L3 now. I'm saying it is L3. Now X I am giving 6 and Y I am giving, these are all fractions, 0.7. So at the 70% of the Y axis, vertical axis is Y. So here also it's for our understanding. Again I am writing it here, so we'll know what value we have used. I have saved this. Now running again. So this is 3 buttons. You can see the difference. This is 0, 0, this 0.3, 0.2, this part is 0.3, and here it is. If it comes to there, it will be 1. Similarly, vertically, if it comes down here at the end, it will be 1. So it is at X is 0.6 and Y is 0.7 here. So this is how we can position relatively. Now, if say the width of the window is changed, then also this relative positioning won't change. Let's see that, because it's relative, naturally it's not expected to change. So let me just, is 150, I'll make it 350. Slightly height I have increased. Now let's see how this has affected our layout. You can see the relative positioning remains the same, because it has not accordingly, because it is in relatively, so it is in fraction of the full value. So what one value, so it is relatively positioned. Now we'll use anchor. So anchor, every widget we have placed. Now which coordinate, which position we have to take for all our measurements? By default, it is anchor position is top left, or NW west. So let me just type it here also. For this particular one, anchor is NW. This is the default one. Okay, so this doesn't make any difference if I'll write it. Now here is a layout where you can understand what position of the widget is considered when you talk about anchor. Now let's see how this affects our positioning. Now what we will try to do is, we'll try to position at the 4 corners these labels. So first one will be at 0, 0 position at NW, because we have to use anchor NW. Let's see how it looks. There will not be any change, of course. So here it is. Okay, width will reduce, height will reduce. Now here it is. The next one we will bring it to here. But here you see the anchor position is top left for the first one. But for the second one, we can't use that. If we have to use the anchor position of, if this we use it, then this position goes here, means it will be out of the area. So for this particular second one, to place it at the bottom left corner, we have to change the anchor position to bottom and left again. So let's see how we will do that and position it. So here is our second one. We'll go for X is 0, we'll keep it, and Y is 1. So this is the bottom left. So I will put it relative position X and position Y is 1. 1 means 100% of the height I am taking. Now let me just reduce this to 150, what I was using earlier. Or otherwise, let's give a bigger one, 350. Now here I will go to 400. Fine. So this second one, X and Y, that's not enough. That will not place it at the corner, because it will be out of the, because by default it is the top left is the used for the measurement. So I will say anchor is for this top left, you have to use north, no sorry, you have to use south and east. Let's see what's the mistake I am doing. Or south, east. Let's see where it is positioned. Where is 2? It has gone out because I have used a wrong here. I used a wrong positioning here. It cannot be southeast. It has to be my south and west. It has to be. Fine. So that's the reason why. You can just analyze and see why I have did that mistake. See, southeast means my anchor position is this tip, this corner. It is the south and let me just see here. Sorry, south and west I have written. So west is left. So this is the corner. If I'll write it east, if this position is considered, then it will the label will be out of the window. So that is why it is southwest I have considered. Now let me close this. I will just bring it down. I am closing this window here. So now I'll go for the third one. I want to position it at the top right. So think about the position and let me know. Here it is. X has to be 1, Y has to be 0 because it is the top we are going. So this I should put it at X 1, Y is equal to 0. Now comes the anchor. Let me know what you are thinking. Where I want it at the top right. So my anchor position should be at the top right point. Is my first is it should be north and it should be east. Now let me just save it and run once. Yeah, it positioned. So here it is. Now my next target is I will position it here at bottom right. So let me just copy this. I am positioning it so this example will make us clear how the anchor plays the role. So Y is now what value of X will be? X will be full value, so 1, Y also 1. Now here X is 1, relative Y is 1. Then comes the anchor. Anchor is the south and east. You must agree with me. All this how I have got southeast is not that difficult. So let's see how whether I am correct or wrong. Yeah, it is positioned at the corner. Imagine if the anchor I will leave it. So this first position is where it is default anchor. If I'll remove by default, it is always top position and left. That is why it is NW always by default. Now let's close this. One more position will say it is at the center. Let's place a button at the label at the center. So where is my L4? L1, sorry, this I have wrongly. I should have made it L4. Okay. So now let's come to 5. I am placing it at the center. You can use this north, south, east, west, only single also. That way also at the edge, side edge it will go. So now this one I will just first I will change its center. And here I am giving it 0.5. Height 0.5, width 0.5, and the anchor point is at the center. So it should be power, but actually it's based on your display setting, the aspect ratio of your aspect ratio. This may slightly change, but it will more or less it will appear there only. L4, sorry, this should be L5, fifth button, fifth label we are using. You can replace it with a button also. Now let's place this 0.5 and anchor is at the center. Fine, you can see this here. Now to give you an idea which point is considered, I will not change any dimension of it. I will copy this L5, make it L6, and what I will do this, I will remove the anchor. Now by default the anchor position is what? It is NW, or the northwest, or the top left. So now top left will be, so there will be overlapped label, and where you can see the top left edge or corner will be placed at the center of the L5, or top left of the L6 will be placed at the center of the L5. Let's see how this overlapping or what it tells us. You can just see this, observe this. Okay, I will do one thing. I will slightly change the background color. So I am writing it. You can use hex code also. So you now the difference you can see now. Yeah, you see this. So this, because default this anchor position is taken at the top left position, so that is connected to the center of the bottom of the L5. So that is how I hope you can understand now the anchor. Now I'll just let's try one more example that will make it very clear. We'll use the same rel relative x and relative y. We'll take two labels, but position it corner, means the first top bottom right corner of one label will touch the top left corner of the another, and both you have to use the same dimension. We'll see that. We'll keep two buttons now. We'll remove 2 L1. Let's remove this. L2, L3 will keep, and others also will remove. Okay, L6 also will remove. Fine, two are there, and now let's use one directly. Will absolute positioning, will not use relative positioning. So we have understood what is relative. Now let's say x is 80 and y is 40. Anchor. Okay, let's wait for that. I'll write down here, because for our understanding only, this display also will say that. Now here second one, or let me just copy this, paste it here. I am doing more work. L3, let me give L3. Fine. So here x is, I will slightly sorry, I am not supposed to use the same coordinate x and y. I can't change it. Here also x is 80, y is 40, but they will not overlap each other. That's my purpose is. Fine. So what should be my anchor position? Now imagine this is the first one. What I am placing it here. The anchor position I will take it is south and east. Why I am taking this? Just imagine these two should have the same dimension but not touch. So bottom right of the first one should touch the top left. So that is why bottom right is SE. So I have written SE, and for the second one I will be writing it NW. So by default that is same only. So let me write it. Okay, so for our understanding, I am just writing it here also, so we can, while displaying, we can understood what anchor position we have used. So that's all. Let's see whether they are overlapping. Both the cases, x is 80, y is 40. You can see that they are not overlapping, and this is the dimension what is being used. 80, 40 is this position where is my mouse pointer is, and because it is alignment is both have different alignment. The first one has southeast, so for this is taken considered as anchor position, and for the second one this is so both are the common points. Now that's all. I hope it's not that complex to understand all this, so you are clear it. Now one more point is, it is not that we can position it, even the widget's height and width also we can match. Let's see how that will be. So for that let's use a button now. I'll remove this one, L3, single one will use it. So we'll say button. I am using a button, but any widget you can use it. So here I will say y40. Okay, anchor I am removing. Hope you have understood. Now I'll say relative width equal to width I am using relative width equal to 0.6 and relative height equal to 0.4. What does that mean? Means this button position fine, whatever way you want to position it. What should be height and width of it? That also we can control it. So let me just, let's see how this looks. It's a button now. you can see this x80 y40. This width is okay, I should write it here. Okay, width is 60% of this and height is 40% of this. So here it is. So that is that's how we can even, if I'll change the dimension of the window also, this button will also expand or contrast, or the height and width will change accordingly. It is it matching to the size of the window what we are using. That is how we can use the relative width and relative height. Hope it is clear now. It's not that difficult. And if you have any ideas or any suggestion, questions, feedbacks, please use the comment section below. And I will request you, please subscribe to the channel. So we are frequently posting good articles here. So press the bell icon to get all the notification. And thank you for watching.